right. We are back. It's been a minute. Let me. Here we go. Just going to post these links and then we'll be ready to go. All right. There it is. I always feel like the Knicks matchups are a big deal, even in the regular season. Like, I think that series 2 years ago has given these two teams kind of a extra special reason to want to play hard against each other. So for that reason, I'm excited, but we'll see. Starting to get a lot of the boys healthy too. Like Dean Wade is back tonight for the first time since I think late January, probably, I don't know, January 24th or so. So that'll be good to have him back. I don't know why all of the comments are popping up for me. Oops, there we go. Okay. See if I flip it at all. Oh, no, okay. Gotta go this way. Sorry, guys, messing with my technology here. I feel like it's been a little bit since I've done a live. Obviously, we had the All-Star break, which pretty anticlimactic. I mean, it was nice to see, obviously, Donovan and Evan in the skills challenge and just to see the guys out there and involved, it was cool. However, NBA All-Star is at a low point. I really think they're gonna have to figure something out to make it more interesting for the fans. And I don't even know what that answer is, to be honest. Because what incentive can you give these guys to play harder? Like, money's probably not going to work because the guys in that game already make a ton of money. Like, that's not going to make a huge difference for them. In baseball, like they have like the home field advantage thing that I think helps a little bit. Obviously, everyone right now is talking about oh my gosh, I am in accidental Knicks colors. But okay, we have to be clear. This is a Richfield Coliseum crew neck. But that is something I should have thought about ahead of time, not wearing Knicks colors. Anyways, as I was saying with the hockey all-star, obviously that just blew up this week. That was such a huge deal to have, the different countries going against each other. I saw the ratings came in and it was like 9 million, I want to say, viewers, which was more than any like regular season NHL game. So very impressive for that to work. Obviously, in that situation, the country dynamic is what really played into it to have it be like USA versus Canada, and so on. I don't know if they could do something exactly like that in the NBA. I think it made a little bit more sense for the NHL. There is a lot more international talent in basketball now where you could maybe have it be like international team versus, US team, but I don't know. I'd be interested to see if they can mess around with it and come up with something new to make it more interesting for the fans because like I can't blame the players for not wanting to try. They don't have an incentive to do that. A lot of them probably wish they had a little bit more of a break because this is, the one time of the season where they get a little bit of a break before, going full force for a couple more months and into the playoffs. I would want to be resting too. Would probably rather be on a beach vacation. Obviously, it's a great honor to be in the All-Star game, but, the rest is beneficial. So, I'm interested to see if they can come up with something to make it better. I didn't watch a ton of the hockey, but like my entire Twitter feed was obsessed with this hockey game. And I think it's really cool that they found something that really worked. It's not every day you evolve like that and it actually sticks and people get behind it. I guess I'm always like late on the hockey because it's not my go-to sport, unfortunately. I like wasn't really raised on hockey. So it's the one I don't know the like ins and outs, the rules, the stories, the history. And it's a big undertaking to learn a new sport. So I don't know, maybe someday if I have free time, which I don't have to to learn a completely new sport. I mean, I've been to hockey games. I've been to a Blue Jackets game. I've been to a Pittsburgh Penguins game. Um, but yeah, it's just not my if I wasn't raised on it, it's hard for me to get into it now, but it's okay. Ugh. Someday they should, when they put a start time for a game to be 7 p.m., why don't we just make it actually start at 7 p.m.? Ridiculous. I mean, I know that's how it goes, but I mean, I know that crazy. All right, now I have the chat pulled up over here so I can read it, not on my phone. Since I have my phone sideways, the chat's like not showing up. Yeah, I feel like they start more on time when it's on, well, I guess this is a FanDuel Sports Network one, so that is weird. Because I was going to say, I feel like sometimes the nationally televised ones are a little different with the start times than when it's just on the local stations. We have a lot of nationally televised games coming up, which I'm like happy for them to have people watching them, but I don't know. Sometimes I like being in our own little bubble. I don't need everyone to care about us. It's fine. Anyone place any good bets for the game? I didn't place any bets tonight. I feel like I should have done a first basket situation or something just for funsies. Let me pull up our upcoming schedule here. Well, we're waiting for this to start. I think we have some tougher matchups with these nationally televised games, so. Oh, it's so nice when you pull up like the Cavs ESPN schedule page and you start scrolling and it takes you a second to even see a red L. Like it's all the green W's. Just, there's that one little streak in January where we had a couple losses, but the losses are sporadic. It's pretty cool to see. Okay, so after Knicks, we have home against Memphis. That'll be a good one. At Orlando. Interesting. I just realized I'm going to be in Orlando at the same time as the Cavs. I didn't realize that until this moment sitting here. That's kind of funny. I don't think I'll be able to go, but funny. At Boston, home versus Portland. Yeah, so all of those from New York through, well, I guess this is a nationally televised game too, but New York through Portland is all on either ESPN, TNT, or NBA TV. So they all have some level of additional coverage. And we have another ESPN game against the Heat at home on March 5th. So we have some tougher matchups coming up here. For sure. Why is this frozen? Oh my gosh, my thing was frozen. That's why I wasn't... I was like, why is this game still not starting? My screen was frozen on the commercial. Okay. We're here. Max? No. I still feel so weird about Karl Anthony Towns being on the Knicks. He's a great player. I just don't think he fits their like energy, their MO. He doesn't seem like a Knick to me, but guess it works for them. I still can't believe I'm wearing Knicks colors. Like, I'm so insulted of myself that I would do that. But I promise everyone should know it's Cavs gear. I would never. Evan, as I haven't even mentioned the Wemby stuff that obviously is kind of ongoing right now with his deep vein thrombosis, which is very serious and like should not be taken lightly at all. I hope he's okay. That's like very, very scary that that's happening. Um, so definitely prayers up for him. But, from a pure on court perspective, obviously he was the leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Good job, Jarrett. I think, Evan is one of the top two favorites at this point in time now. So real shot for him to win it. I think I got him at like plus 2,200 odds before the season started. I don't remember exactly what I placed that bet, but now I think he's like minus 110 odds. Definitely up there. Evan. Okay. Let's have an Evan night. They're really getting their hands in there, forcing some turnovers. Oh, good job, Evan. Oh my God, is he just gonna dunk from that side the entire game? Fine, do it. Do it, Evan. I will take it. Yes. In and out. This feels like it's going to be a hard fought game. You can already feel, I think, the level of intensity that they're bringing. Yeah, like the crowd definitely, the fans care about playing the Knicks. That's just the reality of it. I think a lot of it has to do, obviously, I said with that series 2 years ago, but specifically from that series, I think that this team and this fan base felt so disrespected by the way people were talking about the Cavs. Um, there was like no understanding for how young of a team they were, for how much room that they would have to grow. I think that the criticism that the team received from that series is still being carried with them today, to the point that like people will respect the Cavs, but to a point, because they're like, well, what about that Knicks series, 2 years ago? That that might be, hard to really buy into them being able to be a winning team. And it's like, gosh, every single team that has, a talented young team takes years and years to grow and become, the team that they will eventually be and the level of talent they will eventually be. But people were just not extending that same grace to the Cavs. It was just a little bit more, I think, hardcore with the standard people were holding them to. So I think that's why the players take the game really seriously, the games against the Knicks really seriously, and why the fans take it really seriously as well. I feel like the Knicks are overrated. Maybe. I would just, I mean, I feel like I probably talked about this on recent lives, but I went to MSG for the first time in early February and saw them play against the Lakers. And I mean, it was a cool environment, but I just think the Cavs have like the best environment in basketball. I mean, it's really like a dedicated fan base, a very emotional crowd, a very smart crowd. But MSG was cool. It was cool. That is so funny that the Cavs are going to be playing in Orlando while I'm in Orlando, and I didn't even put that together. It's a work trip, so like I don't, like I said, don't think I can go, but so funny. Mm. I'm a little bit far from where the arena is too, so it's tough. Okay. Just fun facts over here. I think that would be a cool atmosphere actually to be in, would be the Magic. Their arena. They had a fun year last year for their fans in the regular season. Not the postseason, because had to go through Cleveland. Mm. Yeah, they were a sneaky good team. Good job, boys. That was nice. Man, Mobley is ready tonight. Mm, that's great. Nice, Donovan. And slow it down a bit. They're really pushing it. Oh, okay, Donovan, don't slow it down. Take your shots. Take your shots, Donovan. I mean, they're just getting their hands in everywhere to force turnovers. Oh, Darius Garland. Okay. Okay. Wow. What a start. DG's the man. Love that kid. It's so fun to have watched these guys grow up and get to enjoy them now. What a treat. And they love each other so much. Like there was the post-game clip from I think it was the most recent game, where they were asking Donovan a question in the locker room, and Donovan, like you could hear Darius singing in the background, and Donovan was like, Darius, like you keep singing the same song, like pick a different song, and Darius was like, I don't like you're telling me this, the guy who uses the same playlist every single day, and they're bickering legitimately like they're brothers, and you can tell in those moments how close these guys really are, and how much they really like get along with each other and love each other for the way that they can talk to each other like that. It was there's so many moments like that. That was just one of many, but I love seeing that behind the scenes stuff. That's what happens when you have years and years together. And you don't get that in sports all the time anymore, so it's really nice when you do get to see it. And when you actually as fans like those players too. Ooh, I thought that was going in. Jarrett. That was weird. Yeah, I think if the Cavs and the Magic played again, it definitely would be a different story in a 7-game series. Probably going 4 or 5 there, I would think. Jarrett. Oh, we're just gonna dish to Jarrett and Evan all night. It's a beautiful thing. Nope. Nice defense out there, Jared. It was giving Kevin Love on Steph in game 7. Last 30 seconds. Get a rebound. Thank you. Oh. Tried to take a charge. This is messy. Can someone just like slow this down for a bit here? All right. A lot just happened right there. Oh, all right. Good job, Ty. I hope he and DeAndre Hunter enjoyed their All-Star break. I think they said they were vacationing together. So hope they had fun. Oh, I'm sure that's such like a just great mental refresh for them to get away for a bit. Go to the beach. That's what I need in this Cleveland winter. Oh my God. Every person I've talked to is truly losing their mind this winter. It is maybe the worst in my adult life. I'm ready to be done. Give me summer. Give me a summer shandy at Progressive Field. That's what I need. Mm. That's rough. Mm. Yeah. Ty Jerome is definitely a bit of a liability sometimes defensively. Good job, Jarrett. Oh my God. These guys. Oh, beautiful move from Ty Jerome there. That was slick. Real slick. Loved that. Wow. Mm. The slow-mo, even better. Love that. Crowd looks packed tonight, as it should be. Long break from, yeah, I think everyone was just itching to get back. I know I was after the All-Star break. I truly think like during the NBA All-Star break and, post Super Bowl, it is maybe the worst time of year to be a sports fan. It is, there's not much. You're like, who's getting franchise tagged in the NFL? I mean, there's never much to say about the NBA All-Star game. You're getting ready for spring training for baseball. It's just like, it's brutal. I think that it's got to be like, I think I said on Twitter, like top 5 worst weeks, like maybe top 3. Like it's a bad week. Yeah, we still have 2 months until the NFL draft for football. That's going to be a long 2 months of speculation. I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but there's just been so much media fodder about what the Browns are going to do with their pick. And, you have to take most of it with a grain of salt because who knows where the sources of those articles and, segments are coming from. Everyone's got connections to people in the media and are trying to put certain narratives out there either to make people think the Browns are going to do something that they're not going to do or, whatnot. I think there's a lot to take in there that's, happening behind the scenes. So, as much as we've heard about the, quarterback stuff, those conversations, I have a feeling in a way that that is the organization trying to make people think that they want to take a quarterback when in fact they actually do not want to and are just trying to get another team to bite and try to trade up and maybe get some assets out of it. I think that in my opinion it seems like that's what's happening. I just really don't think that they're going to be interested in either Shador or Cam Ward. I don't. But look, this team has made insane first round draft picks in their history. So I can't sit here and say, like, no, that's definitely not going to happen. There's a lot of things that they did that I thought definitely weren't going to happen, especially with the quarterback position. So who even knows? Who even knows? Donovan Mitchell's girlfriend Coco Jones released her debut album, so everyone go stream it. Support our guy Donovan and his girlfriend. Okay, we're a community and a family here, so stream Coco Jones. Me and one of my friends joke every time we're watching the Knicks play that Jalen Brunson runs like Jose Ramirez. And like once you see it, you can't unsee it. Like they are one and the same in terms of how they like move. The woman referee is from Cleveland. That's pretty cool. Love that. Love to see successful Cleveland women representing in sports. Evan, oh my God. How many points does he have now? Mm, 8. Oh, nice block. Looked like a good block. Oh no, he has 6. Evan only has 6, I think. That's okay. Oh, she played at Brush. That's really cool. Good for her. Makes me think of that clip of Anthony Edwards talking about he was mad about the refs in one of their games. He was like, yeah, all of them except for the woman ref. Made sure that everyone knew he wasn't yelling at the woman ref. It was funny. Evan is the man. He really is. Oh, Mobley does have. Okay, I did think Mobley had more. Maybe the box score I was looking at just wasn't loading all of his points. Yeah, I mean, Jared specifically, I mean, Jared and Evan both struggled, you're right, in that Knicks series, but I think Jarrett will always have kind of a cloud for himself over that moment because of the lights were too bright comment that he made that probably shouldn't have and is going to haunt him forever. But it was the case. They didn't, I mean, they didn't have anything to show for it themselves in that series. Like they were bodied the entire time. They looked weak. They were really just like manhandled for the entire series. So I'm sure that thought still carries with them in their head today. And I think it makes you better too, right? Those moments are good to go through in some ways because you can't grow if you don't learn from them. People act like the best players in the NBA never went through any adversity and that they were just like always good. Like, not everyone comes into the league and is like automatically LeBron, like, top 5 player in the league. That's just not. And even LeBron obviously had to make improvements throughout his career. He didn't join the league, being the player that he was when he was in Miami and, his years in Cleveland. Like that didn't just happen right away. But that's the case for every single player. I mean, look at Jason Tatum, how much he's grown. Oh, great shot. Great shot. Giannis. I mean, anyone. Like, it takes time. It takes time. I love DeAndre Hunter. Very excited about having him. How's everyone feeling about DeAndre Hunter so far? Good? I feel like he is definitely filling the hole that we have been having. Obviously, it's still going to take some time to make it work great, but I think he so far is doing well. We need to have a dunk counter, like the strikeout counter. I like that, especially when you've got Evan and Jared on your team. Yeah. Wonder what the odds are right now for Sixth Man of the Year. DeAndre Hunter's at plus 280. Peyton Pritchard is minus 160 and is the leading. Depending on the sports book, different odds, but he is leading by far. I don't like him. Yeah, and then DeAndre Hunter second. Okay. Well, who knows? Should be Hunter. I know he did great things when he was in Atlanta, and he deserves it here. It's pretty incredible that Evan could actually win Defensive Player of the Year. Last season, I think a lot of people were walking back some of their takes on Evan, just feeling like, I don't know, maybe he doesn't have the upside that we all hoped for and projected. And it's like, again, time. He's been great this year. I mean, really great. Yeah, when would Evan be eligible for his next contract? Not sure when his is up. Oh yeah. Next. And how many years was I know he signed it this offseason, but how many years was that deal? Let's see. Um, it was a 5 year. Yeah, so I think that's what it said. Let's see. Oh no, that was his first contract. Let's see. All these salary sites are confusing. Okay, he's under contract through, I think, the 2029 season. Yeah, he signed a 5 year, $224 million extension, kept him with the team through the 2028-2029 season. Good stuff. I mean, getting the Jarrett Allen contract that they did was, in retrospect, a great deal. Three-year, $90 million contract. Oh, nice. Donovan. Attaway, Donovan. Hitting his muscle like that. So funny. I know. I feel like I have to keep repeating that this is a Richfield Coliseum crew neck. It's not Knicks gear, I promise. I messed up big time. I couldn't have been more wrong in wearing this today. But I just like it, so I wore it. Not thinking straight, clearly. I guess it's a Friday, long week. That's my excuse. Oh, that would have been so nice. I respect the Richfield Coliseum. My parents had their first date there, so it's an important place in my life. I wouldn't be here without the Richfield Coliseum, actually, if you think about it. Nice. Yeah, he is. Donovan is playing at a different speed, it feels like. At first, I kind of wanted him to slow down a little bit, but if he's going, just let the man go. First Cavs game experience. I don't actually know. I'd have to ask my parents because it had to be when I was very young. Would have been my first Cavs game as a kid. Isaac in the bright pink shoes. Oh, nice. Let him know. Kenny. It was so nice to see Kenny and the whole coaching staff get to be a part of the All-Star game too. Very nice. All the boys in San Fran together. Did you guys see the clip of Kyrie talking about Game 7? They were asking him, like, where on this court did you take that shot? And he had some nice words to say about that moment and that game. Always takes me back. I know, even when Kyrie, like, makes me frustrated for many other reasons, gosh, I'll still always have that soft spot for him. It was just special that year and that team, and can never take that away from us. You can't. I drank hot tea nonstop in the winter, just trying to keep myself warm in this awful weather. I really do love the energy that Donovan has been coming with to start this game. He's like, I'm well rested, I'm back, I'm ready to go. You know, the Kyrie thing is interesting because obviously when everything first happened with him wanting to leave and obviously going to Boston, you know, I think he said a lot of really hurtful things, obviously, about the team, the city, you know, inferring it's not a real sports city, and just all the comments that he made in general. And, you know, I think his animosity at the time towards LeBron. And I do try to remind myself, like, how young he was at that time, because I do think in later years he has realized and gotten some perspective on, like, gosh, you know, Cleveland was really good to me and the people there were really good to me. And, you know, it is good to play with LeBron because you know, he takes off a lot of that heat that is hard to deal with and a lot of the criticism that Kyrie, I don't think, really likes to deal with. LeBron was really good at kind of taking that on for everyone else and has always had to do that in his career. So I think Kyrie really learned a ton from just how he handled everything in that. And I think if he could go back, he um, probably would have handled things differently. Oh, if that went in, that would be so good. I do not believe the flat earth things. No, that's not that is not me. No. I'm strictly talking about how I, you know, have appreciation for Kyrie from what he did for the Cavs during those years. Not the other things. Absolutely not. Donovan? Dang, feels like we're going to have a decently high scoring first half here. See, I don't think Kyrie was trolling. I think he likes conspiracies. I think that was just one of many that he has felt in his life. Nice, Isaac. Hmm. Why did they put up that was a 3-pointer on the? Did anyone notice the ticker was being like very weird and off there? I don't know. That was strange. Okay, we're back down to 59. Thank you. Yeah, Road Trippin' was like really an OG podcast back in the early podcasting days. They were one of the first to do it. Yeah, I remember I used to listen to it like on because I didn't have like the podcast apps. I don't even know if it was on a podcast app, but it was just kind of like the RSS feed that you could listen to on like a website. So I just remember going and listening to it on there. It was really cool. I always think too with Allie Clifton from her time in Cleveland, like her career just, I mean, timing is everything in so many ways. Obviously, she's very talented, but being in Cleveland at the time that LeBron was in Cleveland, allowed her career to catapult in a ton of ways. And then obviously formed relationships with other players and, was doing that with Channing and RJ. And it's really cool to see how much success she has had and has been in LA for a while now doing a bunch of different things. So it's, timing really is everything in a lot of ways. My timing is sitting on this couch and watching a Cavs game. That's my timing. Yeah, the Cavs deep rotation is a insane advantage for them that I don't think a lot of teams have the level of depth that we have. It's really it's really come together nicely, the guys that they have on this roster. I actually just saw a clip earlier today of Channing and RJ talking about LeBron. They were defending him before not playing in the All-Star game. Well, I don't think it was necessarily about not playing in the All-Star game. I think it was more about how he's never done the dunk contest. And a lot of people hold that against him and are like, how could you have never done it? Like, all of the greats have done it, like, using it as something against him. And they were just like, I mean, LeBron haters want to find reasons to hate him, and that's just another one. And they're just going to keep rolling with that because it fits their narrative on how they feel about LeBron. And I just love that all those guys still have LeBron's back. I appreciate that. I love when Tristan gets up off the bench angry. He's so locked in on all these games. Very passionate veteran bench role. Yeah, no, I agree. The window passed a while ago, but the people who want to have that argument against him are still going to hold it against him forever, even though, like, what does it even matter? It doesn't. It makes you wish every game was in Toronto. That was honestly hilarious. The way Tristan was ready to fight. I've always said that on here. I don't know if everyone agreed with me, but I'm like, if you need someone to go out there and just like rough someone up for a minute, Tristan's your guy. And he proved that. He is. He is ready to do that. He will defend anyone. He'll get everyone heated and going. Tristan will do that. It's pretty crazy how much of Tristan's career at this point that he has spent in Cleveland. Oh, nice, Sam. Oh, you know, another 2016 guys tweet that made me emotional the other day was when they're talking about, obviously, Rocket Mortgage is renamed Rocket Arena. So there were a lot of discussions about previous arena names, the Q, and Kevin Love tweeted and was like, it's always the Q or something to that effect. And someone responded like, what about the Gund? He was like, never played at the Gund, wish I would have, you know. We've had some iconic legendary names like the Q, great arena name. The Gund, fantastic arena name. Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse was always a bit of a mouthful. I think Rocket Arena will be better. It's easier to say. I think that'll flow a little bit better than Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. But I mean, the Gund and the Q are iconic. Very iconic. Oh, there's the Mike McDaniel lookalike. I need to figure out his name. I have to stop calling him Mike McDaniel. Like, that man has, you know, his own success. I need to call him by his name. Yeah, deep in the queue was an iconic thing to have the announcer say. Oh my gosh, we haven't even gotten to talk about the Rockers. Returning to Cleveland, our savior, Dan Gilbert, once again coming in to represent this city and bring more to specifically the downtown area. Very excited that it looks like Cleveland is getting a WNBA team. I think 2028 is the first year that it's going to happen, but so we got a couple years to go, but I'm so excited about that. I think we have great facilities. You know, they're building the new practice facilities and training facilities downtown for the Cavs. So I guess the Rockers are going to use the current Cavs facilities in Independence. But I mean, just great. We get even more use out of this like state of the art arena that we have in, you know, in this city, and just it's gonna be awesome. Can we stop hitting DG? My God, I swear to God, he needs to get up. I can't do this again. Oh my God, he hit so hard. Oh no, that's got to be some type of like concussion, right? I didn't even see how hard he hit the first time. Oh man. Oh my God, poor DG. It literally looked like his head, like, bounced off of the ground, like, ugh, that was really bad. That was brutal. I need to see the clip, like, again, just to see what. Because people are saying it was dirty, and I couldn't tell fully that it was a dirty play. His eye socket blew out upon impact? What? Is that what happened? Jesus. Ugh, I hate this a lot. I hate this a lot, guys. Okay, that's good he's on his feet. Still, ugh. He literally needs to play in, like, in a helmet or something like that. That's the only solution. This happens too much. Oh, he's like up, like fully up. Can you even see to shoot these? I mean, my God. That that had to shake him up. Oof. He really Oh, the blood was from his chin. Yeah, I think Darius should take a little rest here. Oh, okay. I don't think I took a whole breath there for like a few minutes. That was just really shakes you up when you see that. Come on, Max. Good job. Nice pass by Max. Nice shot from Sam. Oof, bad shot. Jared Allen, the Intimidator. That's what they call him. I'm glad that your comment said Sam Merrill has been so good defensively lately, just because of that shot was rough. But he has been good defensively lately. I would agree with that. Ooh. Man, that ball really bounced off Evan there. It's all right. I liked the ball movement. I respect the thought there and the effort on the ball movement. And when you're up by 21, it's fine, I guess. All right, let's get that lead back up over 20. Donovan. There we go. There we go. Just like that. Evan. Evan with the dunks once again. Oh my God. Out of their minds. Out of their minds. I would call this ethical basketball, but it feels like more than that, you know? This feels like another level. It's ethical, but there's an aggression to it that, isn't there every single night, but is very present tonight. Oh, It's nice Max didn't travel there while he was on the ground. Oh my god, Don. Ah. You know what? I think this was probably because he was jamming to Coco's album, as his pregame prep got him pumped and ready. He was excited for album release day and had to represent for his girl. I need him when they like interview him post game to be like, at the end of whatever he says, to be like, stream Coco Jones' album. Like, I want him to say that. I think it would be great. I mean, this is when I'm like, should there be a mercy rule? I know it's early. It's early. I know it is funny. I feel like yeah, Donovan and Coco are they're pretty private with their relationship. Like they're not like hiding it, like they'll be in public together. Um but they're not like posting each other everywhere and like making a big deal out of it, which I respect. I mean, I think I'm always going to have a little bit of a worry for a Knicks potential series. Um, but definitely not as worried as before this game. I think the addition of um, DeAndre Hunter just giving you more options of what you can throw at them is going to be very useful in a 7-game series for sure. There's those things that like sometimes don't matter as much in one game that like really matter when you have to play multiple games against the same team and you're game planning for the same team repeatedly. So yeah, it's always hard to say from a 1-game matchup. There's things that matter in those series a lot more, for sure. Stephen A. Smith said he would take Brunson over Mitchell. Nope, not me. Jalen Brunson's a great player. No hate. But I'm taking Donnie. Yeah, I saw a like side-by-side comparison of the number of minutes the Knicks starters have to play versus the number of minutes the Cavs starters have to play. Drastically different. Like that's what we were doing previously, like the last couple seasons. That was the number of minutes we had to play our starters at times, whether it was because of injuries or we just didn't feel like we had the depth on the bench. We were making our guys tired. Feels nice to be at a place where we don't have to do that anymore. Let's see what the internet is saying. Everyone's just like very grateful to have Donovan Mitchell. And I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, I would agree. They've always had some level of depth. I think JB struggled at times on how to use the different rotations properly and in what matchups and at what times. I think that was a struggle a lot of fans had at certain moments where you were like, JB, why this lineup right now, or just decisions he was making there. Whereas I feel like we haven't really felt that way with Kenny almost at all yet, which is a nice change. What a cool experience for Kenny to just like come in here and kill it. Yeah, JB is doing well. I don't think that's like a total knock on like JB overall as his potential as a coach. I think he's doing a nice job in Detroit. I'm very happy for him. Sometimes things kind of run their course in one city or with one team, and you kind of just have to move on. I think something had to go and something had to change with where everything left off last year. Um, and, I I agree with that comment that JB's like kind of the perfect coach to get you to become a playoff team. Like that's what he did with the Cavs. He built them up from a team that was rebuilding to make them into a team that was able to, you know, get into the play-in and then get into the playoffs and then win a playoff series. And all of that was great. But I think in a lot of ways that they reached their ceiling with JB. That doesn't mean JB can't help other teams or be a good coach elsewhere. I think they needed new energy, some new life breathed into the organization. And it felt like maybe the players also got to a point where they weren't really believing in JB's rotations. There were constantly little things being put out in the media. And, always with a grain of salt, it's hard to say where those things were coming from, what parties they were coming from. But it felt like some of it had to be coming from the players and actually how they did feel, where they just weren't totally buying into everything that JB was doing. And I think once you hit that point, if you still believe in your roster, the only option is you got to move on from the coach and wish him the best. And now we've got Kenny, who I love. But yeah, it's got to be like the coolest experience for him to like, he had a brief head coaching job with the Nets. Obviously didn't work out. Has had many assistant roles in his time, but to get this opportunity and then to have done as well as he has, like he's got to be on cloud nine, just like this is the best. I would be. It really seems like the guys love him too. So that's nice. I do sometimes miss the junkyard chain a little bit. I think it did probably run its course too. Like over time, it's like, okay, we get it. You know, this was like the random guy who wasn't supposed to score a lot tonight and scored, and he gets the chain, or, someone coming back from injury and doing well. Like it was when it first started, like it was really fun and really cool and I enjoyed it. But I think if they were like still doing the chain this year, it would just kind of be like, all right, we've seen it. It's all good. Yeah, not the same without Lamar Stevens either, too. My goat. I miss Lamar. He's got a 10-day right now. So he's still fighting his way into the league, but people aren't giving Lamar Stevens the respect that he deserves. But I respect him. I respect Lamar. He did play against the Charge a couple weeks ago. My parents were at that game and sent me a picture. They were like, "Your guy." Like, yeah, my guy. It's him. You know, I think he had such a specific role that worked so well with the Cavs where I can see why it's probably not working in other places. There was like one specific Celtics game that's coming to mind where he was just like kind of dominating. I'm trying to remember when exactly that was, but it was one of my like favorite all-time Lamar Stevens games. I think he brought, when I felt like we didn't have enough aggression, he brought like a level of intensity and aggression that we weren't getting from a lot of our other kind of like role bench players. Yeah, I think we beat the Celtics too in that game I'm thinking of. I wish I could like pinpoint. I'm usually pretty good at recalling those things on like very specific games that come to mind, but this one I'm struggling to place. Honestly, the only Celtics game that keeps coming to mind when I'm thinking of it, and I don't think it was this game, was the Grant Williams. I'm gonna make them both and then missing both. That was like one of the funniest moments. I was at that game in person. Oh my God, it was hilarious. And then not making either. I couldn't leave my home for weeks if I did that. Months, maybe. That is so embarrassing for him to say that. Brutal. Oh, you found the game? Cavs won. Okay. What year was this? 23, 20, 22? I can't remember. Can't remember what year it was. March 23. Love that. I love when they show the Cavs team shop on the broadcast. We have like an outstanding team shop. Very underrated. I'm glad you were able to find that Lamar update. That was very important to me and my well-being. How did I get into sports? I feel like I've gone into this on here before, but I guess I always probably have new people on here. I was, from the time I was born, raised a Cleveland sports fan. My my parents both major Cleveland sports fans. I just mentioned their first date was a Cavs game. Like, so they're at the game right now. Like, they're so much of their relationship and everything was about Cleveland sports. So naturally, their children also took all of that on. So I was raised on it, didn't know anything differently. Always kind of been a part of my life, and uh, have been creating content about mostly Cleveland and Ohio State sports since like 2019-ish. Still here at it. So I've only started doing YouTube though more recently and trying to get more into it. So yeah, pretty much it. Started posting my takes on the internet and went from there. Oh, Donovan had 40 in that game. Mm. Sounds like what Donovan used to have to do all of the time. Just remember how often he had to have like these like high 30s, 40-point games to pull out wins. It felt like he had to give everything. Oh, I love seeing other fan bases respecting the Cavs. Just saw like a Lakers media person say the Cavs are the most serious team in the league this year. Let's go. I'm glad DG is okay. That was really scary. I was freaked out for a second there. Oh yeah, this isn't my full-time job, also to clarify. I have a regular corporate full-time job. I've done side gigs in sports for many years and then have also created my own content, always trying to get more into it, but it's not my full-time job. Would love if I got to talk about Cleveland sports for a full-time job, but 'tis not my reality. The way the whole team was standing around DG also after that was like, it seemed like they thought it was really bad too. So I'm glad he was able to get up and be fine. All right. We back. Oh, lucky rebound. Go, Evan. Nice. Oh my gosh, Evan. That's just a beautiful move right there. That was stunning. It took my breath away. Bad shot. Let's get up by 30. Donovan? No, that got tipped. That wasn't an air ball. It got tipped. Just want everyone to know. How do I like the corporate world? Corporate world is fine. I like the people I work with, pays my bills. So, yeah. But love sports, obviously. That's like where the real passion lies. Oof. Evan. Oh, that would have been sick. Go, Donovan. Nice block. Oh, lame. Looked like originally a nice block. Donnie. It's my boy. 9 for 18 from 3. Knicks only have 4 made threes so far tonight to our 9. That was a nice shot by Brunson. Did anyone else feel like they see the Jose Ramirez thing I was talking about? It's definitely there. Oh, got real scared to take that corner shot. He had it wide open. It was like, nope. That Jose Ramirez and Jalen Brunson run kind of similarly. They have similar movements. That was my Jose comment. Had to call a timeout because we're only up by 26, which is so concerning. You know, things are getting real scary out here. Yeah, it is almost like a trot. Like there's like a little more jump to the run. I don't know how to explain it. I'm like trying to think how to describe it. Oh, is Amani Bates on the roster tonight? He'll get some time then if he is. Have we seen... Let's see. Yeah, no Jalen Tyson yet tonight. He's healthy, right? I don't think Jalen Tyson's injured. He's been playing a lot more lately, so I just kind of was surprised we hadn't seen him tonight, but maybe that was very like a matchup dependent choice that they were making. Because he's been getting a lot more. 0 minutes though. I'm sure he'll probably get some now. Tristan Thompson might get some minutes. Craig. We'll get all the guys some time. It actually would probably be so fun to be like a deep bench player on a really good team because you're going to get more time on those teams than anywhere else. Where if it's like a team that's constantly like in close games, you're not getting any time. When you're just dominating, I guess you would want to be on either a really good team or a really bad team that's getting blown out all the time because then you will also get minutes in those situations. But more fun to be on the good team. It's hard for me to think of Tomlin without thinking Mike Tomlin. It's hard to separate the two in my head, but I did see the cute clips of them congratulating him scoring his first basket the other night. Very sweet. I appreciated that. But yeah, he's like, it's just going to be Mike Tomlin in my head. Did Evan jump to the ceiling there? Oh my God. Sorry, I had to tweet about Evan because that was insane. Actually, I had a pretty good tweet about it. You'll have to go look, though. I'm not going to read it. That's a nice shot. Nice shot from Brunson. Oh, okay. Sharing the love, everyone. Donovan deep in the crowd. I feel like that would be so funny to have a player just like dive right into you. When I was sitting, like, I wasn't courtside when I was at the Celtics Cavs game recently, but I was kind of like one back. And I was like, I kind of want a player to just like dive over here because it would be so funny. Just like knock my popcorn over. I don't know. It would be great. Have a nice interaction. I like it. Up by 30. Ugh. Yeah, this is a really rough showing for the Knicks. These two teams don't look like they're playing in the same league. I don't feel bad for the Knicks. Don't feel bad for New York teams in general. Not a lot of sympathy there. The New York team that I hate the most out of all is obviously the Yankees. Did you see they changed their requirements for facial hair grooming? Which is just insane that that's even like a real thing in the first place. Because, gotta stick to the Yankees brand. But yeah, they're loosening up their restrictions. Which, like, I'd be so annoyed if I was a player and I went to a team, I'm making however many millions of dollars a year, but I still have to follow these like weird rules about what length my hair has to be and not having facial hair. Like, that's just like so crazy that was even a thing. I would be so annoyed. I'd be like, I'm not following these rules. No, I'm the man. I'm making millions of dollars. Oh my God. Another one. Hunter. Oh, just makes me smile. Oh, he's probably so happy to be on this team, man. Oh, when you know you have like a real shot at contending, it's got to be awesome. No, I don't. Yeah, he didn't get that off. Mm, yay. Oh, wow, that was a good shot. Nice. Those guys holding their hats up. That's good. Max took that one nice and easy. Just a little dunk. How do I feel about the Guardians this season? Good question. I mean, I feel like similar to how like I always feel about the Guardians is like I know our floor is low, right? Like we have talented pitching that always keeps us around no matter what and gives us a shot, and then, great defensive players. Um, that like we find ways to win games, scrappy players, that type of, mentality. Um, but I just feel like our ceiling is going to continue to be what our ceiling is, where it's always going to be hard for me to feel like we could get past a team like the Yankees in the playoffs. Like it feels really hard. I know obviously like 2016 we went to the World Series, so, as a small market team, we can go far, but it makes it really hard when our spend compared to the spend of a lot of these other teams is just so drastically different. It's hard to stay as competitive as you would want to be, and our scrappiness was tough in that Yankee series because that's not enough to overcome like a bunch of Juan Soto home runs like we had to experience, or all of the all of the other things that come with having more explosive offensive players than the Guardians have. So that's where I'm at. But I'm excited for the season. They redid a couple areas they finished some of the areas of the ballpark that they were redoing. They had done some last year and then finished up a bunch more this year. So interested to see that, but mostly just excited for summer ball games again. Like, I need a cold beer on a 75 and sunny day. That's what I want. Yeah, the lounge spaces look really cool. They're like I think it said it'll fit like 5 to 12 people, and they kind of look like what you would see for like a section in a club or something. And I guess it has like food and drink that come with the tickets. It'd be really fun if you had like a big group of people and you wanted to sit in one of those. Um, I'm sure the tickets are expensive though, with the food and drink included. I forget what it was, but I know it was probably like 150, 175 or something like that per ticket. But honestly, if you're gonna be there all day and you're getting food and drink, like it's not terrible for how much like a beer and you want some chicken, a couple beers, you want some chicken fingers and fries, like plus a ticket. Like that's not as insane as maybe you would originally feel like it was if you're truly spending like a whole day there. Ty, deep three. Nice. Okay, Ty. Everyone really feeds off each other when they're getting more confident taking these like deep threes. Like, why don't I try one too? That was nice. I feel like this entire game has been a cavalanche. It's just been one long cavalanche. Non-stop cavalanche. Mm. Jalen Brunson trying to do everything he can, but mm. Merrill. Attaboy. Oop. Oh, Darius. That would have been funny. We've still not seen any Jalen Tyson minutes or Craig minutes. I'm surprised. I guess maybe the fourth quarter they'll do it, but yeah. Or Imani Bates. It's kind of wild how quickly you like remove the players from your mind who were traded from like possible rotation people. Like I already forgot that George would have previously been an option of like, oh, what bench guys haven't played. Like it didn't even cross my mind to like look for him, you know? Like I just moved on so fast. Wonder where the Knicks go from here if like let's say they lose a series, like an earlier round series to the Cavs. Like where do they go as a team, you know? Cuz felt like they made the move to get Carl Anthony Towns thinking like last year everyone was like, "Oh, they're so close. They just need like another step." But now it feels like, I don't know. I'll be curious to see where they go from here. Yeah, Niang and Karras were both good guys. It's just it's funny how quickly you move on. I mean, I even think about different guys that the Browns have had over the years that like maybe we got like a big free agent, you know, defensive lineman signing that I just like you just forget about, you know, because time moves on. Random Browns news from today, but I saw that there were like rumors that like the Browns were going to be moving on from Juan Thornhill, and Juan Thornhill liked tweets about it. Um, and I'd be totally fine if he hasn't been able to stay healthy for anything, so yeah, I don't have any like attachment there. He sat directly in front of me at a Cavs game recently. Well, not super recently. Maybe it was like 2 months ago. Right in front of me. Oh, Darius. Darius looks so sad walking back there. Brunson is a great player. It's not enough, but he's a great player. 26 points tonight. Good job, Ty. Yeah, Juan Thornhill and John Johnson had nearly identical Cleveland Browns experiences. We have not really done well with the free agent safety signings at all. Sorry, I keep yawning. Long week. Yeah, 135 might not have been high enough. Probably not. We'll see. Maybe the bench guys they'll slow down the scoring a little bit for this last quarter. Or no, who knows? Maybe they'll be confident too, just taking deep threes, because why not? Why not? Yeah, I'm kind of surprised well, I guess it's not like they've just had the starters in, they've had some of some of the bench guys in, that are rotational pieces, but yeah, I think now they probably go to leaving some of the regular guys in and slowly starting to filter in some of the deep bench players. You can't get too crazy, You got to play it somewhat safe, even though you're up by 30 plus at this point. Has anyone watched the Netflix show about the Olympic basketball team yet? I have not watched it yet, but curious if people have watched and have enjoyed it at all. Yeah, I would like Ty and Hunter to get some minutes together. Would be nice. Put the friends out there together. Let them play. Evan has 21, 8, and 4 tonight. Donovan, 27, 3, and 5. DeAndre Hunter has 16 points tonight. Wow. And Ty Jerome has 13. It's good stuff. With each game, I'm feeling better and better about DeAndre Hunter. Oh, we got Craig out there. We've got Dean, Isaac, Sam. Who am I missing? Dean, Isaac, Sam, Craig. Oh, and Ty. Yeah. Okay. I got all of them. Oh, nice hustle there. Great hustle from Ty. Sam. Good hustle, Craig. Okay. Okay. I love the extra effort from everyone there. That was excellent. Using their minutes to shine. Ty? No, this is so funny. I'm sorry. This is hilarious. Up by 39. The bench is cooking them now. This is so funny. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I really can't wait to hear all of the commentary about like the Knicks after this game from specifically the national media that cares much more about them than most teams. Like they're going to be like, all the Knicks fans that are in the media are going to be like, blow it all up. This team can't do it. We need to. And it's all going to be because of us. And I'm going to feel really good about that. And I'm going to sleep well tonight knowing that. Okay, so it seems like people like the Court of Gold on Netflix. Yeah, okay. It's been on my list this week, but haven't had time yet to watch it. So we'll keep it on the list. Hopefully I can watch and talk about it on a future live stream. While the Knicks are 0-6 against the Celtics, Cavs, and Thunder. That's bad. Lights are too bright now. Who's talking now? Guys, we are slowly but surely getting closer to my goal of getting 1,000 subscribers on this channel. I'm at 725 now, so tell your friends to subscribe. Tell your friends to watch and to subscribe. We're chipping away. If I had friends, I would. I respect that. I respect that. Craigie. Yeah, I want to hold them under 100 at least. I think that's a good goal for the rest of this game. Something to root for. That's not helping. Not helping. Dean. Ah, kind of interesting to have Dean in this grouping, but guess someone has to do it. Still no Jalen Tyson though, right? He's not. Yeah, no Jalen Tyson. Craig. Oh my gosh. Okay, Craig. Have a night. Oh, losing control. Come on, get defensive stops here. You have to hold them to under 100. I think Denver can beat OKC too. I agree. Porter? Craig Porter. Beautiful. Why are the Browns moving? The Browns are, well, I guess it's not like 100% official, but it feels like 99% official. Because the owners want to build their Browns utopia not in downtown Cleveland, which hurts me and my heart as a downtowner. And they don't really care about reinvesting in the city. They don't do it like Dan Gilbert does with his constant reinvestment in Cleveland. Oh, losing control a little there. That's okay. Oh, I kind of like feel bad for him there, Tomlin. Like tripped over himself, it felt like. No, that makes me sad. I'm happy he's getting some minutes though. We've got Tristan and Jalen Tyson getting some minutes. All right. Finally, I've been wondering where he has been. Tristan always looks bad. I like Jalen Tyson's shoes tonight. They're like a bright purple. All right, let's get Tomlin a basket. That's my new goal because I feel like they're going to score over 100. So new goal, Tomlin bucket. Oh, okay. No. Get the ball to Tomlin. Nice, Jalen. I'll take that. Oh, that was Isaac. For some reason, I thought that was Tristan on the ground. Okay. Good effort, Isaac. It's kind of crazy that a couple of years ago, Isaac was a regular starter on this team. We've really come a long way. Love Isaac, but that was just not, that was not going to be our winning recipe. It's pretty crazy to think actually now. Nice, Isaac. I mean, it serves him much better to have him be in a role player position. He wasn't meant to be a starter and getting the number of minutes that he was getting. It just wasn't. Oof, that was a nice shot. It was not right. But we didn't have like the players at the time, so there wasn't really any other choice. And now we have like an abundance of options of like, what are we going to do with that fourth spot or the fifth spot in the starting lineup? Could be Hunter, it's been Dean, Struce, options galore. Oh, it wasn't a great shot, honestly, but I'm glad he took it. Way to go. Yeah, I would go Hunter for the Boston matchup as well. I think you need the size in that situation. Obviously, everyone's talked about how, especially that last matchup against Boston, it was so clear they had a size advantage against us. So I think I would go DeAndre Hunter in the starting lineup there as well. I'm excited that we have the Boston game a week from today, that we'll get to see that matchup with DeAndre Hunter now. Is that the last time we play Boston this season? Yeah. So a week from today will be the last time we get to see a matchup against Boston until we probably face them in a series at some point. Ugh. They're going to hit 100 soon. Rude. Was that Tomlin? Yay! Oh my gosh. So happy for him. Oh, look at Evan smiling there on the bench. Like you don't always get a shot of Evan just sitting there smiling. That threw me off. I feel like he's always got like the same face. Ah. Hey. Aw. Donovan clapping for him. That's so sweet. I've been thinking more and more about the idea I was talking about earlier, just in comparison to how Canada did their All Star, or not Canada, how hockey did their All Star game um, with the different countries. I really don't know if that would work as well with basketball if you did like US versus international, because it's not like country versus country. So the guys on the international team aren't as like tied together in a way as it was in hockey. where I felt like having it truly be like country versus country brought out like a competitiveness to it that wouldn't have been there before. So I don't know. I'm not sure that there's a direct comparison to what they could do in the NBA. Michael Jordan, not my GOAT, though. Saw that in the comments. Not my GOAT. Nope. Evan is still smiling on the bench. What are they talking about? What's so funny, Evan? Just never seen him be so giggly like that. It's weird. Craig! We hit 140, so there's that. Ah, now they hit 100. Dang it. We tried. It's okay. We got our Tomlin baskets, though, so we got the second goal. Nice. Jalen's had a couple good moves to get himself some good shots. I know it's like garbage time, but still, it's nice to see. Oh. Yeah, this was a beatdown. I really thought we were going to win this game because I thought, more well rested from the All-Star break. I think we obviously match up well against them right now, but I did not foresee like a complete beatdown like this. Like up by 39 points. That's crazy. But makes you feel really good about, as we inch closer to playoff time. Got to be feeling pretty good. We play the Knicks 2 more times still. We play them April 2nd at home, and then our second last game on April 11th in New York. So 2 more matchups against this team, although that last one, like, Cavs could be pretty secure in the 1 seed at that point if I were to project things. Don't want to jinx anything, but, who knows if that game's even relevant at that point. All right, thanks guys for watching with me tonight. This was a fun one. I'm glad we got a nice W to see. I probably won't be able to do one for the next 2 games because of my work trip, but potentially here Friday against Boston a week from today. I think my schedule's open, so I'm for now going to be projecting that one as the next live stream. Obviously, that'll be an important game to be watching too. So Keep your eyes peeled and subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Appreciate it all. Thank you guys for being here. Have a nice weekend.